Hi, Scorpio. Alright, so you guys are the first ones this month. Super exciting. Things might be a little bit slow for you guys in a certain sense. There's gonna be a certain energy that's you're feeling like a snail. You know, the only way I can describe it is you're feeling like a snail. And you feel like you need to move quicker, but it's just not happening. Okay, perfect. We got first two cards that dropped. Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Beautiful. Okay, then we have the Seven of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So, let's talk about this uneasy feeling you guys have been having lately. A lot of the Scorpios in my life here, I'm going to read what I wrote down for a couple Scorpios in my life. What's going on with them? So, I want to touch a little bit on love, sex, and career. There are specifics to each one, but I'm seeing what's happening with the cards, and already it's making so much sense. The first thing I wrote down was someone playing games with you or you with them. So, Seven of Swords, right? Playing games. Someone's deceiving you, lying to you, taking things from you. And when this card comes out, I want to separate it from the other cards because it's going to be a whole separate energy. Excuse my hair, by the way. It's just a disaster. But anyway, there's a lot of this negative energy that's popping into your life, and you feel like this person, you know, whether that's a lover or a family member or friend, even an acquaintance, you can feel like they're taking something from you, being deceptive, right? And then I also wrote down digging deep with past emotional issues. And okay, so let's touch on that for a minute. So, digging deep with past emotional issues. Some of you guys have been doing that, while others have been kind of ignoring it and pushing it aside. And I'm going to keep pulling, obviously, but the main thing that I am seeing with here, I'll face the camera down, with the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles, this is very positive when it's coming to career, right? Brand new beginnings on some kind of monetary or health, right? This can be financially and also in good health and grounding. So when we're talking about, I wanted to show you guys my new stones too. Super exciting. When I went to LA, I got all these stones. Rose quartz, bloodstone India, amethyst, of course, tanzanite worry stone. Or no, sorry, tiger's eye worry stone, which is amazing. And then we have tanzanite right here. Clear communication. Quartz crystals, of course, and adventuring, which helps with deep emotional issues, amongst other things. But I just wanted to show you guys, that's what I've been charging my cards on lately. I did sun charge, so this reading should be pretty darn clear. Oh, also, I forgot to talk about my favorite thing. I got some angel quartz. They said it has gold flecks and silver flecks in it, and it does change colors. It's purple, green, pink, sometimes a little blue. It just depends on the lighting that it's in. This is not good lighting, of course, but I want to, okay, so back to education, right, and career. You are going to be teaching someone something, and you're going to kind of be looked at in the career sector as someone that has the answers, right? And you guys love that. You know, you love to have the answers and be right when it comes to work. You know, you guys like to be the ones that are right. And it's so funny because all of the Scorpios in my life are honestly, I feel like I have to have these closer to the cards. All the Scorpios in my life are having this similar situation right now. So I know you guys are feeling that. Plus, what's interesting, we have Queen of Swords out, so incisive, independent, on top of the world, honestly, when it comes to the career sector, right? And brand new opportunities that can lead you to teaching other people things, right? Things that you've been taught and now you're passing them down. So let's clarify a card over here. Let's clarify that Seven of Swords, because who knows what's happening with that. Maybe some of you already know, but when I'm channeling you guys as Scorpios, it's, you know, when people mess, oh, here you go. When people mess with you, right, you tend to walk away, and not in an Aquarius detached kind of way. You tend to walk away from the rocky waters into the smooth waters, right? And sometimes I say this card is about rescuing other people before you rescue yourself. But in this certain situation, I'm getting that whoever this person is, this negative entity, right? And they don't even have to be someone that's permanently in your life. It can just be someone that's coming in and out. And you're walking away from that. You're choosing to walk away from that. And in a beautiful, delicate way, right? It doesn't always have to be confrontational. Because, in all honesty, you know, Scorpios aren't necessarily there for a confrontation, right? Like, that's not what they show up for in the morning. You know, they don't wake up and like, ooh, I love to debate and confront. And no, you know, you guys kind of steer clear from that because you guys are water and you are emotional and you do tend to take things, you know, to heart, which I totally relate to. Of course, I'm an air sign, but I take things harshly, you know, when being confronted. Nobody likes to hear their flaws. And with Scorpios right now, I wrote down something else. But when it comes to confrontation mixed with career, just be very aware that the people that are confronting you, right, or taking something from you, or being deceptive or lying to you, the reason you're choosing to walk away is because you've done all of the shit before. You've been down this road, right? And you haven't necessarily always felt this independent, incisive, boss bitch energy. But I'm so excited to see the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So let's further clarify what's going on. So we talked about career a little bit. Let's talk about love and sex. I know, here's something else I wrote down. For Scorpios, digging deep past emotional issues. Okay, let's talk about that with love. the love thing is not easy for you guys necessarily. I'm talking about Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, right? It's not necessarily there we go. It's not necessarily the easiest thing, right? Okay, we have the Page of Swords, which is like kind of in a childish way. He has an idea and he thinks he's right. And, you know, that's just kind of how it is. When you're working with deep emotional issues, and sometimes people don't want to hear this, but when you're working into your deep emotional issues, sometimes you may have a childish reaction to it, and you may think your idea is better than anybody else, you know, whether that's, say, therapist or, you know, a loved one that you're talking to. You think your idea is right and you stick to it. You know, sometimes it takes a while to break down a Scorpio. You know, I've argued for, you know, hours with different Scorpios about how they think certain things are, and their ideas are 100% right, and, you know, what I say goes. But what I love about Scorpios is that when you explain to them in an emotional way and also in an analytical way, they do start to believe you, and they do start to come around, and they will agree with you. And sometimes it's like, oh, great, okay, thank you, I'm glad you are listening to me, finally, you know. But then there's those times that they're just stuck with their idea and not willing to move forward. So we're having a very interesting dynamic here with Scorpios. I'm going to pull one more of these, and then a goddess card and an oracle card. And then we can do an angel card. We'll see. This month, since I just started new classes with my masters, I don't know how I'm going to be doing these videos and keeping up with them, but I'm going to try. And there we go. Okay, so deep emotional issues. So sometimes when we're working on deep emotional issues, we do hang on to this idea of like, my idea is right, your idea is wrong, and that's just how it is. And I'm ready to blast my idea and share my idea, right? And then when the Four of Cups comes out, this is interesting. I don't remember, I think this came out for one of your guys' readings. I know it comes out for Taurus a lot, but I think it came out for you guys too. Stubbornness, not willing to take on new emotional changes. Stubbornness, you know? And when you guys are stubborn, you're stubborn, you know? You guys aren't the worst of that within the zodiac signs, but you guys can be stubborn. And I love that about most of the Scorpios that I know, is that their stubbornness is what drives them and what makes them get shit done. And it makes them the kind of people that they are. And so many sorts. You know, it's just career. I don't feel like there's anything to worry about, because you're going to be presented with a new idea, a new concept, right? That is obviously giving you money or the opportunity to make money. Or you could be giving somebody this opportunity. But I see you teaching something of value, of importance, with incisive, independent ideals, right? Teaching somebody something and continuing with the education that you had decided to do. If you're starting new classes or a new job, continue learning, right? Always be open and not so much stubborn. But deep issues with Scorpios is very hard because of the denial. You know, the denial river. But this is showing me that this person that's of irritants to you or taking things from you, taking advantage of you, you are walking away from that and you're choosing to, and you'll no longer go back to that. You're too strong. You're too wise. And you have too much going for you financially. And just watch out for your loved ones, right? And you can feel like shit's together, like you have your shit together. You might feel like that, which is awesome. You know, I hope you do feel like that. But there are deep-rooted issues that can't necessarily be fixed unless, you know, we drop this attitude, right? This stubbornness. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, you're wrong. You get hurt. You know, you think of all the bad scenarios that can happen, but in reality, Scorpios are able to sting back if somebody hurts them. So there's no need for you guys to worry about that. No need at all. It's very nice to see that for the majority of you that accept it, right? The majority of you that are like, I got this, you know, you'll be good. It's just getting out of that denial. And it looks like most of you are. But some of you have to move past those issues. Okay, let's pull from the Goddess deck. I might change up the way I do readings. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I don't want to take up too much time. But I love doing the 3 decks and the angel cards. So it's up to you guys. What else did I write down for Scorpio? I was having all these intuitive thoughts like in the middle of the night. Oh, not dwelling. Yeah, basic, simple, crystal clear. You know, you can't dwell, obviously, on the past, and sometimes people will make you feel guilty and make you feel like you should dwell on the past and things were your fault. And oh, hello, there's your Goddess card. The people that make you think that certain things are your fault are wrong and ridiculous. It's not your fault. Ooh, all these Earth cards, girl. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll bring them a little bit closer. But the first one that came out was compassion. And obviously that's the 3 of Cups. And in the 3 of Cups with the Rider deck, that's about celebration and coming together as family. So let's talk about compassion with family, right? Let's kind of drop that stubbornness, you know, emotionally and feel. You know, you have to feel things and work through them before you can get anywhere. Compassion. Have some compassion, you know? And that's not saying that you guys don't ever have compassion, but you need to extra focus on that, right? There's a lot of shit going on in your life. Deep issues are coming out. You know, you think you're always right, and when you're wrong, you feel, you know, kind of like a failure, and you're not a failure. You know, you have to be wrong sometimes in order to learn. It's for everybody. It's for every sign. Okay, and then you have all these Earth cards, and then also Kuan Yin. Beautiful. The Empress of Compassion. How amazing, right? Empress of Compassion, and you got the Compassion card. So that seems to be a huge theme for you guys right now. And then, how wonderful. Okay, so we got Ace, Manifestation, Ace of Pentacles, okay? Ace of Pentacles right here as well. So, matchy, love when that happens. That means we are justified. This is why I love using multiple decks, and I say that all the time, but it just justifies what your reading is supposed to be, right? Look how crazy. It's like Ace Manifestation is about getting what you want monetarily, right? Financially secure. So the first step to manifestation is know what you want. What do you want? Do you want to teach people these certain things and be that guideline and that incisive, independent woman? Or do you want to kind of like have this stubbornness sometimes and think you're always right? You're not always right. Right? I mean, I love you guys, but you're not always right. Unfortunately. Okay, so, and then we have a Virgo card, Maiden Beauty, right? Capricorn card, Maiden Beauty, which is awesome. I mean, just taking her energy, right? Just a little bit. She's comfy, she's gardening, she's lounging, really just kind of feel that within yourself, because you need to portray this confidence, the Queen of Swords and the Maiden Beauty confidence. And you're going to be doing that in the career sector and in the love life, partially. But I think in the love life, you just need to be a little bit less stubborn, right? A little bit less, a little more willing to open up emotionally, because who knows? Maybe they will too. Okay, and then, exciting, you have Child Design. So, this is reminding us, like, what did you like to do? What made you happy as a child, right? What kind of things did you like to do? Creative or outdoors, or, this can be anything, really. And it's also about just bringing joy back, right? Back to yourself, or back to your children, back to your childhood self, And maybe this reading is all over the place and maybe it's a little scattered, but I'm trying to mesh it all in. It's a lot for you guys, Scorpios, lately. It's a lot, And I get that. Okay, Oracle cards. Let's see what comes out for Scorpio with the Oracle deck. I feel like I had to meditate on these a few times, because sometimes they're stubborn and sometimes they don't want to come out. Or sometimes, when I'm reading for my friends, like, sometimes they're like, no, that's not the one. Let's pick another one. And I'm like, well, that's the one that came out, girl. It is whatever the universe wants you to hear as a Scorpio. And I love you, Scorpios. I love you guys. You're the majority of my life. So it's just sometimes focus on those deep-rooted issues. And maybe, just maybe, you'll manifest everything you want and everything you desire. You gotta drop the emotional baggage and move forward. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we had a lot come out, but the only one that fell upright was the dog. Loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love. So funny. I've pulled this like 3 times personally for somebody else. And it wasn't Scorpio, but it's very interesting and very eerie because this is the topic I've been kind of pushing lately. Loyalty, right? Unconditional love. And you guys do resemble that. You guys do love unconditionally, which is beautiful, you know? It's like, it's rare to find people that do that. It's rare to have somebody there excited to see you, you know, and you crave that in your love life. So, awesome oracle. Loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. The dog. Okay, angel card. And then we're done, though. Scorpio. Authenticity. Awesome. Love it. Super pure. Super honest. Just be yourself, right? Be your authentic self. Because when you hide certain things and from your loved ones, right? And it shows that you're lacking compassion, right? These people can manipulate you more easily than you think, or take things from you more easily than you imagine. But I am seeing a positivity of you walking away from that situation. It may not be now, it may not be next month, but it's going to happen eventually. Authenticity. I wanted to drop that on the stubborn card, the 4 of Cups, because you guys, that's not who you are. You know? Just drop it. Okay? So if you guys would like a private reading, my link is down below, and you can email me through there or just book directly through the website calendar. Also, I'll be traveling again back and forth, so my readings might not be in the same area. They might be in a different place, different location, different energy. But I love you, Scorpios, and I hope that everything I said makes sense. And I will see you next month. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at PalladianStarGoddess.com. Palladian Star Goddess. And there's an underscore under each thing. It's also linked down below. All right? Love you, Scorpios. Mwah.